What's happening, tubes? Taking a little walk. Well, let's see if I can show y'all what the hell going on down here. Alright. You see it's a new strap there. And well, you really can't see. It goes up in there, like so. I really ain't got nothing I can lay on to show you. Hang on a minute. Hold that thought. Do something down here. Let me get my big ass down here. Show y'all real quick without getting too nasty. Oh shit. Okay. Alright. That strap hooks into there and goes all the way around. And let it stand up there. And bolts in up there. Okay. This strap here, which is the front strap, bolts in right there and wraps around the tank and mounts in right there. Right there. Sorry. But anyway, now let's see if I can get the hill up. Oh shit. Getting too old for this shit. Okay. Pick this up. This up. That right there for the time being. Pull that door down. I'm gonna flip you guys around so I can talk. Alrighty. Yeah, the straps came from CarQuest. They were $30.99. This is for a 25-gallon tank. The price difference for the 34-gallon tank was like $1 or $2 more. I don't remember what exactly. And my guy, we put him on at lunchtime, and he could have charged me way more, but he didn't charge me but $40 to do it, and it took him all of 30 minutes. Now, that one strap that I just showed you that had the two bolts at the bottom of the tank, by factory there's going to be rivets there. So basically what he did was he took a die grinder and cut them off. Now, yes, it's dangerous if you have a leaking gas tank. I understand. And by all means, you know, that's something you don't want to do when your tank is leaking. You may want to address that problem first. You know what I mean? But yeah, so it's like what 40 and 10 is 50, so $53. I will say $54 altogether. And my tank is now upright and it's no longer broken, it's no longer squeaking. Knock on wood. I haven't heard it make a noise since he did what he did. Was it a bitch? Yes and no. Would it probably have been easier to have had drop the tank? Yes, but when you don't have to, why? You know what I mean? He pretty much, we'll say that this pack of cigarettes here is the gas tank, okay? Now, bear with me for a moment. Okay, gas tank, right? And, you know, you've got bolt here, and the strap goes around and it bolts to the other side. Well, actually, it'd be, let's say this is like, you're on this side of the gas tank towards you. You're looking at the gas tank from under the truck, and it's sitting like this. There'd be a bolt here. Well, on the factory one, it'd be a rivet, and then on this side it'd be a bolt, or nut, should I say. And that's what broke off. Matter of fact, there it is. Now, on the opposing side, the way the bracket worked was that it actually hooked into the frame on this side and went under the gas tank and mounted to the frame with a nut as well. No, a bolt, a long bolt. I don't even have nothing up here to, well, yeah, I do. Remember this? I was telling you about the dingling noise. Well, anyway, this bolt right here pretty much represents the length. To give you any idea, so if I can move this without the phone falling over. Your average can of PB Blaster. This is a 11-ounce can. So this is what you get at your regular old hardware, well, not hardware, auto parts store, Walmart, wherever. This is the actual length of the bolt. If that gives you any, you know, rough idea. It just came just barely under the word blaster right there. So yeah, I mean, that's done. It's out the way, whatever, right? I hope to God there is nothing else that comes along between, I mean, I do know that the truck needs a radiator. It's got a pinhole leak in it. And yes, I could do some of the old school ways of trying to like patch the leak by using no stop leak. I'm not using that garbage. Every time I've ever used stop leak, for some reason, I've always had head gasket problems. And I'm not knocking them. I'm not knocking the fact of the saying that the product caused head gasket failure. I'm just saying that every time that I've ever used it, it's always led up to a head gasket problem. So before I use it on this big fucker, not happening. Anyways, dude, let me tell you guys this shit, right? Alright, so when I get to work this morning, the old man wasn't there. He had to go and visit his son, which the old man is like 75, 76 years old, right? His son, one that I know of, I'm not sure if he has more than one, is like in his 50s, like 55, 56 years old. He had had pneumonia and had gotten a blood infection, from what I'm understanding. And had problems with his blood vessels. So they were going to put some stents in his vessels or whatever, right? So they didn't check it. They didn't do his blood work prior to him being prepped to go to surgery, which to me I think is a big fucking fuck up. You know, I would think that you're usually supposed to check all that, you know, check the vitals and blood work and, you know, anything and everything prior to going under the knife, because once you're out, anything can go wrong. Hope to God that I don't ever have to see it, honestly. So far, I've not been, knock on wood again. But yeah, he had to go visit his son. Put it to you this way. It's him, his son, grandson, granddaughter. No. Wait a minute. How the hell will that work? Great granddaughter, I think that would be. Wouldn't that be right? If he had a son and the son had a son, because the son, not his son, but the son's son would be the grandson of him, and the daughter would be a great granddaughter, if I'm right. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can, I haven't smoked any, so I mean, I think I'm right on that one. But anyway, fuck all that nonsense. So he wasn't there this morning. And that put me into having to go take this gentleman close to our closest college, which is ECU, the ECU Pirates. And downtown area. Downtown Greenville, should I say. So I take him there, and on the way there was like a 3 or 4 car accident. Okay? And the guy, there was a dude laying out on the fucking ground, right? The guy was standing there and had his hands, covering his face, and he had blood running all from like, as far up as I could see anyway, because like I said, he had his hands up here, and he had blood running all down his shit. And he was laying out on the ground. So that pretty much told me, and by looking at the accident scene, there was like a sandal laying over here, there was a sandal laying over there. That dude got plowed. But who in the hell, if you know anything about Greenville at all, right first thing in the morning, we're talking like 7:30, 8 o'clock. No, like 8:15, 8:20, 8:30, somewhere in that time frame. Who in the hell in their right mind would walk out in the front of traffic at that time of the morning? Beats all I've ever seen. I mean, I don't know if it'll be on the news or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, that was pretty bad. As far as I know, dude's okay. I mean, he was moving around, and obviously he was covering his face because he's trying to keep himself from bleeding to death. So I'm imagining, because if they hit him hard enough, he probably flew up and landed on the pavement, or maybe landed on the car that hit him. I don't know. Who knows? Or he may not have flew up at all. He may have just rolled up onto the damn hood and smashed his head on the windshield. I have no idea. I didn't see it happen, therefore I don't know. I just know what I did see, and it was pretty fucking bad. You got to be careful. You can't just go out walking out in front of traffic, especially when it's right first thing in the morning, middle of the day, lunchtime, or 5 o'clock rush hour. Everybody's trying to get the hell home. You just can't do that. That's about all I can say to that one as far as that's concerned. And I'll put a link in the description for the straps for this particular truck. Matter of fact, what I'll probably end up doing is just putting a link in the actual gas tank section, and then that way, if you have an issue as far as yours need to be replaced or whatever, you know where to go. They did overnight these. I remember I just ordered them yesterday afternoon, and they overnighted them, and they were there at the store at like 8 o'clock this morning. So it was a good deal. You know what I mean? I do have one thing coming up that I need to take care of, and I'm probably going to try to do a video on it about this. And that's going to be painting the brake booster. The booster itself is starting to rust, and where the company painted it like a silver metallic looking color, it shows the rust really well. So I want to be able to unbolt what I need to unbolt and take all the hoses off that need to be taken off, and run some tape and paper around it or whatever, and scuff it up and give it a little bit of color. Probably black, more than likely. But anyways, that's about all I got. I'm gonna call it a damn night here in a little bit. You might as well leave me a comment, let me know what you think. You might as well subscribe if you haven't already. And until tomorrow, stay groovy. If today was your birthday, happy birthday.